Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Before I get into all that stuff, I really wanted to take a few minutes. I know I only have a few minutes to really honor John McCain. And I put out on Facebook and I put it out in the universe that I really felt a connection to John McCain. And like I said before, I have no political affiliation to anybody. I really have not followed politics. I really admire people for who they are and the culture they bring. And in his later years, I really started following him because he is a warrior. And like we said one time on my show when my mom was there, that my mom always considered me to be a warrior because I always fought for what I thought was right. But I love John McCain and I love Assemblyman Michael Fitzpatrick because we try to do it through the right avenues, you know. So John McCain, there's two things that I want to point out that my connection and my vision for John McCain. And it was, you know, he always went to the wall, you know, where the veterans were honored in Washington D.C. And I know that I could just imagine him standing there looking at the walls and really remembering his capture. He was captured for 5 years. And it really brings you to a place that you remember. And most people would try to forget, but it really is important to remember where you've been and what you've gone through to make a difference in the world. And that's what gives us the drive and the passion to keep pushing ahead. And that the same thing with me in the stroke world. I always visit stroke patients and I'm always talking to stroke patients and I'm always aphasia patients and I'm always involved with them. And this platform on the show, which Judy and Nancy and Jim are really a huge part of, you know, it's so important for us to always remember where we've been. And Nancy also suffered a stroke, so we're going to talk to Nancy a little bit about, you know, her stroke story and how that keeps her fueled the fire, you know. So it really is important to remember where you've been in your life. Yeah, you need to move forward. You need to forge ahead. That is so important in life. You know, you can't get stuck. You can't get where you keep thinking about it. But it is important to remember and come up with a plan of action to move ahead. And that's why John McCain had such a fuel of fire to push ahead, because he remembered. And, you know, and in my world, I always say that God always kept my arm a little bit off balance and immobile and whatever, so I'd always remember, because me, I'm like, I just kind of fly, so I got to remember where I've been. So this is kind of a little reminder to me all the time that, you know, you got to remember, Renee, there's bigger things out there. You have to work for me. So I'm sure that John McCain had a little bit of that with his arms that he couldn't raise as well. And then, you know, Megan, his daughter, her name was Megan, right? Megan McCain, she was talking about him at the eulogy, and one of the things she stated was, I want to say it correctly, John McCain was defined by love, and that is so important in our lives. That is one of the things that I will go to bat until the day I pass or pass on, that love is the most important key to recovery. The most important key. Everything should be in the backdrop, because you have to love someone through it. You have to feel that love. And people who have suffered or experienced or are challenged with any disease can feel the animosity and the struggles that their families around them are going. So you have to be surrounded with love to be able to recover. And then on the backdrop, we can work on everything else. So I just wanted to share my thoughts on John McCain and really thank him. Till the day he died, he passing on, and I still hear him, because I can communicate with the other side. I still hear him fighting for everybody. And I'll share with you this, that I am absolutely 1,000,000% positive that he can continue to do his work, and he could do more work because he can impact and influence more people from the other side than he could here on earth. And that's a big statement. That's a big statement. So it is true, because, when you go to heaven, you have the power to really influence people and guide them. So we'll talk about that another time. So I'm just gonna sing Amazing Grace to honor John McCain. And then we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to bring on our roundtable discussion with Assemblyman Michael Fitzpatrick, his wife Lorena, Nancy, and of course Judy Marlowe, who is my sidekick and the most important, one of the most important people, because she keeps me in line. She keeps me doing what I got to do. So let me sing a cappella, Jim, so you don't have to worry about anything. So please join me. Today is Sunday. It's really a good day, and I know it's Rosh Hashanah as well. I'm not sure if the song relates to Jewish culture, but in my world we're all one. So here we go. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Join me. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. We'll be right back.
Everybody's out there
in life.